Personal growth in relationship. Is there need for one spouse to ask for a space in relationship? Yes, that's what we're going to discuss in this video. So I want to address the issue of having space in relationship. When one partner said, I need some space, I just want to figure out myself, I just want to be myself for some time. You know, when you are two together, you are trying to please one another. Sometimes you notice it that you are in trying to please one another, you're already trying to become one another. You're not acting as if you are your spouse, or your spouse is acting as if he or she is you. So now, in relationship, do you need space sometimes to rebuild yourself, to act towards yourself? You know, there's a space that you call a space that you say, yes, I need myself now. I want to have myself to myself. I want to grow myself. I want to be myself for some time. I really want to do things my own way, and not knowing that, yes, I have a spouse and we are doing this together. I want to get myself together. Do you really ask for space sometimes in your relationship in order to rebuild, in order to rebond? There are so many advantages in asking for space in a relationship. Not all the time you are together, you are just there, you want to please one another at all costs. No. In a relationship, you ask for space. Then you rebuild. As you're rebuilding, there is good communication. When that space is created, you rethink, what we call that, you reimburse yourself, your energy is back, you're being yourself. Then when you come out, you are telling your spouse, you are communicating well with your spouse, you are yourself. You're talking to your spouse, and your spouse is also himself or herself. And both of you are discussing together, and you are putting heads together in order to achieve a goal. So in terms of relationship, there's always a time to ask for space. There's always a time to rebuild, to rebond. Because when you ask for that space, when you come together again, you notice that there is a growth in that relationship. There's more bond. You have missed each other very well. That space that you created, both of you want to, bring the space back together. So there is more growth. There is more understanding. There is more listening ears. You've missed each other. Now you want to listen. You want to accommodate again. You want to rebuild. You want to rebond. So there is always a time to ask for a space in order to rebuild, in order to rebond, in order to build yourself and gather yourself together again. Please, let's couples in relationship, men and women, ladies and gentlemen, always ask a time to rebuild, for a time to rebond, for a time for good communication, for a time to grow in their relationship. Ask for a space. When you ask for a space, you notice that you are yourself and you are thinking very well. You become the person you really want to be. It's very good in a relationship. By so doing, you appreciate your partner more. When you ask for a space and when you come back, you notice that you're appreciating your partner more. And the communication is better way as it is before the space was asked for. So let's always try and come together, give ourselves a space, be yourself, know your hobbies and your interests, not just the interests of the relationship, but your own personal interests and hobbies. If you do this, you will live more longer. Please, let's all try and build ourselves when we are in a relationship. Is very, very important. Some people die with their dreams, they die with their hobbies, they die with their interests, because the relationship they find themselves into never give them chance to rebuild, to rebond, to give themselves space in order to grow.